think his eyes is like what set him apart from everybody. Like you know, when he fought against Canelo, I'm like, Canelo's a great fighter. Even though he was younger, it's still like Canelo's a great fighter, and I thought it was too early for Canelo, but I was still excited to see the fight. And just the way that he went out there and you know, schooled him defensively and offensively, I was like, man.
Yeah.
But to see like Canelo now, people say, oh, you know, he could beat Floyd, and it's like the way that his mind works, the way that mine works. If I get in there with you one time, I learn you, the next fight will be easier.
Don't you think Canelo's way different now, though?
He's way different, but still cannot underestimate the skill of Floyd.
You can't. I agree with you. But I think Floyd did a smart thing. One, he made Canelo cut weight. So he made him, I think he got down to 152, right? Wasn't that the weight they agreed to?
Yeah, but it was a fight at 54. Yeah.
Right, but he made him, didn't he make him fight to 52?
I think he made him drop 2 more pounds or some shit like that.
It was very clever. Caught him when he was young, which is very clever. He's done that with a lot of fighters. Like, he's done smart things like Manny Pacquiao. Weights and weights and weights and weights. Doesn't set the fight out.
He would have beat Manny Pacquiao like that anyway.
Maybe he would have. Maybe he would have. But the
maybe
way he did,
or would he have?
Listen, he won. They fought. He won.
Domination.
That's all we know.
Pacquiao got so many
Capture and hold the objectives.
You can't have an excuse of, oh, Pacquiao's old. But then Pacquiao comes back and beat Keith Thurman. And everybody like, oh, Pacquiao's not old no more. It's like, nah. He's old. He's still a good fighter. And he beats a young fighter like Keith Thurman. Floyd Mayweather.
I'm just saying, he's clever in schedules these matches. Like, he didn't catch Manny Pacquiao when Manny Pacquiao was in his prime. He caught him after Juan Manuel Marquez knocked him out. He was smart.
Did he? He caught him after the knockout?
Oh, yes.
Securing Bravo.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Losing Charlie.
We can go look. We'll pull it out.
Look that up. So wait.
99% positive.
So Floyd, so you're saying?
I'm just saying Floyd he's the cleverest guy in boxing in terms of how to do things and when to do things.
We have a personal radar drone.
Recon online.
Bravo.
$1 billion in
Falcon 301 route. Personal radar
I
coverage.
think he's the only one. Yeah, he's the only one. You got a schedule?
Reloading.
What? That's outrageous.
Go on. Box rate.
That can't be true. Wikipedia?
Securing Alpha. Personal radar destroyed. We've lost coverage. Securing C.
What are you talking about? We're good at
Securing Bravo.
That's right. You're right. So it literally doesn't have a professional boxing record?
EMP drone deploying. Reloading.
We
You
captured
go to
Bravo.
box records, you have it on there.
That's the strangest shit I've ever heard. Why? How could they only have his election shit from the Philippines and not have his boxing record in his Wikipedia? That's crazy. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so there it is.
Oh, so they fought twice. Then he fought for Mayweather.
Losing Bravo.
Yeah.
Wait, they fought 3 times though.
Yeah, they fought 3 times.
Reloading.
The third one
We have 2 objectives. Take the third.
yeah. Well, that was the big criticism for Floyd, was that he fought him after he was done, supposedly. Marquez knocked him out. But there's also a lot of shit going on with that fight, because that was when Marquez started working out with Manny Pacquiao's old trainer, who many people accused of using magical supplements. And they had said that he'd used them on Manny, then Manny stopped using them, and then Marquez started using them.
But that was another thing that they fight Manny Pacquiao because he didn't know he was clean.
Right. Well, he won.
That's a legitimate.
It's legitimate. Yeah, it's legitimate. I mean, he won 8 different world titles in 8 different weight classes, which is kind of crazy. To carry his power all throughout, all those different weight classes, it's pretty nuts.
Mag change.
That's true too.
I mean, even his technique, he worked with Freddie Roach. And, I watched Manny Pacquiao, and to me, he's just like a fighter who comes forward and throw a lot of punches. But I mean, he's got like some great footwork.
Oh yeah.
And like a really good jab.
He's got calves that are like that big.
I mean, like he can play soccer.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I think that's a lot of his power, right? His movement and also his ability to thrust off and drive off those calves and legs. but he's a great fighter. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Bottom line is, they fought once, Floyd beat him. They're talking about fighting again. I mean, I think at this point in time, Floyd's just you want to fight YouTube stars.
Enemies taking Alpha.
He's just having fun.
Us as fighters, we like to have that attention on fire, right? So after you see
EMP
other fighters
drone
get
deploying.
that attention that you used to get, you know what? Maybe you really want those.
Command is
eyeballs,
ours.
you want
Maintain
that
pressure.
attention. It's kind of like how we feel about Instagram or Twitter, those endorphins. You know, us as fighters get that from fans,
Right.
and that's probably what led to the made.
We have a personal radar drone ready for escort.
And having an opportunity to MMA, so I get double opportunity to impress my fans now to do MMA and then also do boxing. It's like double after not fighting for a long time. So I'm kind of getting all the,
We lost
stuff that I
Alpha.
need back. You know,
Right.
all the attention,
Losing
all the
Bravo.
eyes. But us as fighters,
With you.
sometimes we need that. That's why it's hard for us to retire.
Securing
We
Charlie.
start talking shit about you.
Enemies taking Bravo.
Probably.
You talk to nobody else after all
Well,
these
there's no
13
one else
years.
that's going to get any attention. The thing is, like, look, let's go over the history of, like, famous women boxers, right? You had Christy Martin was one of the most high-profile ones because she was out there. But Lucia Riker was the one that she was always scared of. Lucia Riker was the killer. She was a woman from Holland who was fucking a lot of girls up.
I love
And
Lucia Riker.
she was a beast. She was a beast. And she was
Enemy
also
care package inbound.
and or maybe Dutch kickboxing.
Securing
Either way,
Alpha.
When she went
We're on
and tried
Charlie,
to
stand
get
by.
that fight, they never got the fight.
Yeah.
So there's always like women fighters have always, for unfortunate reasons, have had a limited number of rivals. There's not a lot of like high-profile people like you out there.
I feel like that's not true though.
They have
Who's-
reached the
who's
halfway
high-profile
point.
like
Get,
you in women's
we're
boxing?
taking
I
Charlie.
mean, you talking about me, but I
Right,
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Friendly shield bullet
Christy Martin
deployed.
today
or
was
like
very
back in the day,
high-profile.
they didn't put a lot of women on TV. So
Right.
the women that you see, Chris Martin they became fighting on the undercard of Mike Tyson.
Reloading.
And then Layla Ali came fighting on, her.
Securing
what's
Charlie.
My dad name. You got.
We captured Charlie.
No.
Right.
You know, which was like, but she was a killer. And Lucia Riker, who people still don't know. But I feel like if they would put the backing behind women's boxing to where there's a lot of good girls
We're taking Alpha.
were good but never got
The
that
enemy's
attention.
taking Bravo.
I mean, you talking about Kalisha West. You probably never heard of her, but she was a hell of a
Enemies
fighter.
taking Bravo.
So many Letitia Robinson. Right now we got Amanda
Enemy has
Serrano,
Bravo.
but Amanda Serrano been around for a lot of years. Just now starting to get her, starting to get her popularity up. Heather Hardy, and Taylor. Cecilia been around for a long time.
Allied
Cecilia
UAV
Boxers,
overhead.
but people still know her in America.
Enemies
that's
taking
what I'm
Charlie.
Right, but we weren't given the opportunity early on where we would have fought on TV. Every man's card have a woman undercard or something. Women's boxing would be a lot
Attack
bigger.
those positions.
So
We're
even though
full.
people
Friendly
look
care
like,
package
they're the
inbound.
biggest women's boxing stars they have. I had the Olympics, and now the professionals. I had Showtime. I fought on DAZN. I fought on HBO. I've had all these different opportunities to be in front of so many different eyeballs to where now, and I also do other stuff outside of boxing.
We're on
that
Alpha,
other
stand by.
women fighters do not. I go to MMA fights, and I sit ringside. I watch.
We're
I
holding
fought out
Alpha.
Amanda Nunes to a boxing match. I mean, shit like that women fighters just don't feel like they need to do or that they want to do because it's
You're
not looked
needed
at
at
as
A.
ladylike. Talking trash is not ladylike. Being confident
Bravo.
is not ladylike. That's what they say.
Friendly
one
sentry
more
gun
thing hard
online.
because I do that.
We've got
And I'm
Bravo.
confident, not on accident, but on purpose. Like, that's who I am. But when other women did it, they were told to calm down, be nicer.
I'm with you.
Even at the beginning of my career,
Plastic
I had an
Claymore.
agent who told me, "Can we find a happy medium?" And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Enemy
And he
care
was like,
package
"My
inbound.
opponent was disrespectful to me. The girl I knocked out with the mouth. He said he didn't watch filming before he came to American Fighting. He said, "Girl, take her title." So it was like, hold on.
Should have watched the film.
Copy, man.
Yeah, you should have. But she came out there and it was like, to me, it was like, and now I'm 4-0, getting ready to fight for a world title.
Enemy Wilson
You
deployed.
telling me that you didn't watch the film. I feel like you did because they want me to do our nice tour. And I kept telling him, like, no, I'm fucking her up. I don't care. Like, you gotta pay for disrespecting me.
I agree with everything you said. Everything. What I'm saying though, actually kind of just there's not that many high-profile fighters.
But maybe I was thinking not that many high-profile fighters, but it was like great fighters.
Yes. No, I'm
Just
sure.
people don't.
Well, there's a lot of great fighters, period, that people don't know about. Even in boxing,
You're needed
male
at
boxing,
Charlie.
and even in MMA. There's male boxing, sure. There's people running around out there who don't know Earl Spence.
You're needed at A.
Yeah,
Who don't know Earl Spence?
Securing B.
regular people. Like if you think about how many people knew Sugar Ray Leonard when he was at the top,
We lost
and
A.
compare it to today, I think there's almost too much shit going on today. In
Enemy
terms
care
of,
package inbound.
Too many
So
things.
networks
We
and so many
captured
big
Bravo.
Yeah.
organizations.
yeah, there's so much going on out there. Yeah,
Securing
it's
A.
just how many people know Gervonta Davis?
I mean, people know him because
Boxing
Floyd.
people know him.
Yeah.
Boxing fans know
Friendly
him.
VTOL on
But the
station
average
for
person,
Overwatch.
if he was around in like the 1980s, when Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns and Roberto Duran and like when all these household names, everybody would know who he is. It would be like Ray Boom Boom Mancini. It would be like one of those guys that everybody would be like, you think of like boxers that were famous boxers back then, they're household names.
Enemy cruise
There's
missiles.
less entertainment,
Taking
there was
cover.
less stuff going on, and there was no internet. So if they had someone like Alexis Arguello fight on ABC Wide World of Sports, that guy was a superstar. He was a household name. Aaron Pryor was a household name. I don't think even like big time boxers today, I don't think they have the same sort of feel in terms of like the general public as they did in the past, just because the public's overwhelmed by things to pay attention to. There's so much music and there's so many athletes, there's so many sports, there's MMA, there's soccer, there's basketball, there's baseball, it's constant, the internet is filled with entertainment, you're just constantly getting overwhelmed with shit. So for a girl, my point has been, for a girl to rise, they have to be someone they have to be someone who's just undeniable. Two-time Olympic gold medalist, undefeated professional boxer, dominates in multiple weight classes, now is thinking about fighting MMA, all eyes are on you. But in terms of boxing, there's just no one's like saying,
We're on Charlie,
hey,
stand by.
we got to get Clarissa Shields to fight this girl. It's not like the Christy Martin,
Regroup.
Lucia
Tomorrow
Riker
will be
days,
different.
where there was one girl who was getting all the play because she was on the Mike Tyson undercards, which was Christy Martin, but there was this one girl that was in the shadows that the boxing fans knew was a killer. And they was like, boy, I really would love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, women's boxing just